Get out of here. Go on, get out of here. Get out of here. Go on, get out of here. Beat it. Beat it.
Why don't you make like a tree and get out of here?
Get out of here. Go on, get out of here. Get out of here. Go on, get out of here. Beat it. Beat it. Beat it. Get out of here.
Get out of here. Get the fuck up and get out of here.
Hey!
Get the fuck out of here.
Get out of my house, fucker.
Get him out of here.
Get out of here.
Get the fuck out of here!
Get out of here.
Now get the fuck out!
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Get the fuck out!
Get out.
Get out of here.
You're out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Go get the fuck out of here.
Just get the fuck out of my house!
Get the fuck out of here.
Just get the fuck up and get the fuck out of here!
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out!
Get out.
Shut up!
Get out of my life.
You get the fuck out now! Get him out!
Well, whoop-de-doo. Get out.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Now all of you, get the fuck out!
That is out of here, mister!
I want to move forward. Let the past be bygones.
Fine with me.
Why don't you make like a tree and get the fuck out of here?
Made it.
So all of
Talk
our,
about can we plan one of these? Can we put like a thing on the books when we're actually going to do this?
advertise like a week in advance like everybody else does. You literally put the advertisement up a minute before we started. Most of our viewers are vampires because they all come out at midnight. So they're all sleeping right now, hanging upside down. But anybody that is watching or going to watch this, I appreciate it. This is episode 2 of a new series we started called "Get the Flick Out of Here."
Yeah,
because
keep it PC. We got to keep the
fun though. So
we had to change it. The sponsors demanded that we change it from fuck to flick. They don't like us saying fuck so much. They don't want us. That fuck is not appropriate. So we switched it over from fuck to flick, and now we can keep our sponsors and keep that eBay revenue coming in, which is really what matters.
Well, I need to check my fucking mail because I have no revenue coming in. I have none.
Get those packages in, get them right out.
So anybody that missed the first episode, what this is basically is me and Brad are basically cleaning out our collection. We got a lot of shit that, we really don't need, whether it's a double, whether it's, we've upgraded, whether it's just some shit that we decided we're never going to watch again. It's just taking up space. And I have to say, it's been very, very liberating to go through here and get rid of some of this shit. And you can see my shelves behind me usually are a lot neater than this. I'm going through the whole process of getting this room organized. And you can see the table over here is just got stacks and stacks and stacks of movies on it. I would say 500 plus. These are the ones that I have got in my collection I've never watched, that I am watching slowly but surely. Either they go on the shelf or they go on eBay. And this here is just going to be a series where we'll pull 10 of our titles, and we're going to go through those 10 titles, and we're going to kind of give you a reason why we're getting rid of them, and just kind of go over them a little bit, and just kind of give you an idea of what we're getting rid of. And just in case you guys have anything that you guys maybe you're on the fence of getting, maybe this will keep you from buying it, or maybe this will give you an idea of how much it's worth. Yeah. If you have something in your collection you're trying to get rid of, whatever you're watching this for. The first one got pretty good feedback. We decided to do another one, see how it goes. So you got anything you want to lift out?
No, I mean, no matter how painful. Some of these, it's like the thing sells and you're like, should I just cancel that? I should just cancel this, and I'd rather keep it than what it sold for, but and some of this, it's like, some of these are like disappointments. Thing didn't deliver. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. The old version was better, which has just happened here, which I'll definitely go over that one. But I mean, for any reason, if you need to downgrade, I mean, everybody on the planet just saw Tony's video. He just posted a video where he was talking about downsizing his collection, slowing down a little bit, whatever. And, if you got other things going on, hey, this stuff is worth some money, moving on down the road to somebody who has been waiting for it or missed out on it or whatever. And for me, a lot of this too has been like new editions are announced. Mm-hmm. this old edition may be worth a lot of money, like one of these in this case. And it's like, I'd be very happy with the standard edition for $18. If this thing's worth $100, that kind of thing. This happened a lot. It's been a lot of downgrading for me, but I mean, Alan, I know your sales are picking up. Your stuff's actually selling. Has there been anything that sold that you're like, man, I don't know why I sold that. Maybe I shouldn't have sold that.
No, not really. Most of the stuff that I've sold is stuff that that I've watched and just did not like, or I've got upgrades of some kind. Like, for example, I sold my Jurassic Park set, whatever the box. It was a collection of movies that came with that dinosaur figurine that Best Buy put out 2 years ago, whatever it was. I've got a much nicer steelbook set of Jurassic Park now. All the movies and that nice hard steelbook set, much better edition. This was just sitting in the corner, did not need it anymore. That dinosaur figurine never left the box. I took it out, showed it on a video, did an unboxing. I had nowhere to really put it, so I put it back in the box. So somebody's gonna be happy with it. Somebody bought it today, and I'm glad to get the thing out of here. It took up a lot of space, something I just didn't need. So really, nothing that I've sold so far that I'm kind of, I'll take that back. My son kind of raided my shit. My son came home for Christmas, and I had that Arrow box set of Carrie. The nice hard box with a different artwork. It was just a Blu-ray. That really nice release that Arrow put out of Carrie. I already had the 4K of Carrie when I got that in, and I got that in basically just because of the artwork. But when I started going through this stuff, it's like, do I really need this Blu-ray of Carrie? Taking up space on the shelf when I got a 4K of it. If I'm going to watch a movie of Carrie, it's going to be the 4K.
Yeah.
So my son, I was going to put that for sale because it goes pretty good money. My son's seen it. He talked me out of it. He got it for the great price of free.
Yeah.
So he grabbed about 7 or 8 of my titles. He tried to get my Exorcist really nice set of the Exorcist set, and at first I told him that thing's going for $130, and I just ended up giving it to him.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like I said, it's for the most part everything I've gotten rid of. I was glad to box it up and get it out of here. No regret so far.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe that 101 Black Labels of Memento.
No,
it sold for a lot of money, and I'm like, yeah, sure. You got it, kid. Whoever you are.
Yeah.
Just don't you dare fucking complain that there's some kind of slow or whatever. Like the shipping. I did have some people complain that the shipping was slow, and I'm like, look at the time when you bought it to the time it got to the post office. That's the end of my involvement with it.
Yeah.
And if it's the post office is slow, maybe it's because you ordered it 3 days before fucking Christmas.
Right.
They're like, is there something you can do? Can you call the Yeah, I can call the USPS. And they're going to know out of the 5,000 packages that they got that day, which one is mine, and go over there and pull a nondescript package and go, let me just put this at the front of the line for you, kid. But luckily I haven't had much bad experiences on eBay. I find that eBay is kind of like one of those things where you get what you get out of it, what you put in it. If you're going to pack things sloppily and not ship things in an appropriate time, you're going to have problem customers. You're going to have problem people. But, luckily for me, I'm like the king of physical media packaging. So they all leave me feedback and tell me how great it was, no matter how long it took to get there.
Yeah, I figured with my sales jumping up like they have, I would start getting some assholes out there bitching about this, that, whatever. I mean, all my packaging is really good. I will say that. Yeah. So that's probably why I hadn't really got a lot of that. But everybody's been positive so far. Nobody's been driving me crazy as far as where's it at, when did you ship it? Can you take this price instead of that price?
Yeah.
So
I get offers every once in a while.
I'm expecting it's going to happen. Yeah. It's going to happen eventually.
Just make sure you price it right the first time. Don't put it up too high and second guess yourself. Set it right the first time and then leave it alone.
Yep. Let's see what we got out there in the chat. Yeah, I am still off work order. I took this whole week off. I go back on Monday for one day, and then we're off Tuesday and Wednesday. So off for a week. I go back for one day, then I'm off for 2 more days.
What time, motherfucker?
I can't complain. Can't complain about that. Allie, what's going on, dear?
What's going on?
Movie Hunter 2020. What's going on?
Yep.
Alan. I wonder if he was going to show up. Let's start at a different time. Is he still going to show up? But he didn't let me know.
He made it.
Happy holidays to you too, man. Let's see. Allie said that scene from Sling Blade where Dole loses it gets me every time. Randy, you tuning son of a bitch. Well, we need some playing gigs.
You know, that's only ever come to DVD. It's never got a Blu-ray and no 4K yet.
What, a Sling Blade?
Sling Blade.
Yeah, it's got a Blu-ray.
Does it have a Blu-ray?
A very early Blu-ray. Yeah.
Really? Yeah, I've never seen it
for a while, but it didn't get one Blu-ray release that I know of. I got it somewhere around here.
It's probably worth $400.
I need to check.
The
But
DVD is worth like $30.
So let's see here. Caveman says, "Hey there, everybody! Please hit the like button. Appreciate it, man."
Oh, guy.
Hey, Trini.
Trini, what's up?
Ben Grimm, tax refund season is prime selling on eBay.
I guess.
Hey, I want to say Pop Son had a great Christmas.
Yeah, all of his kids had a great Christmas, I'm sure.
Hey, Blue Gutter saying, "Hey, bunch of haze going on. I'm sure ain't missing nobody here." Train says, "Free is always the best price." Yeah, it's hard to beat free.
Yeah.
Ben says, "eBay people want you to send their $10 Blu-ray in a steel briefcase." Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I do get messages every once in a while, like after they place an order, "Hey, can you put it in a sturdy box and use plenty of bubble wrap?" And I'm like, I don't know who told you that was the best way to ship something. It's a good way. It's not the best way. My way is the best way. And if you want me to, you got two options. I'll send it the way I normally send it, and you can check my feedback, or I can cancel. Whichever one you want. But I'm not going to go out. I'm not going to go buy a bunch of fucking bubble wrap and do all this bullshit just because you're an ignorant fucking piece of shit who doesn't know that there's better ways to pack this. When you watch my fucking YouTube videos, don't you know who the fuck I am? That's what I want to say. I swear to God, that's what I want to say. But I usually just direct them to the feedback and say, "I'm not shipping it to you in a box, but trust me, hey, you're going to be fine."
Well, I went out. I got a complete shipping station now. I got a printer for the labels. I ordered a thing of bubble wrap, and look over my shoulder there. It's hard to tell. That's a big fucking thing of bubble wrap. Yeah. I got bubble wrap that lasts me the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got the whole setup there. I ordered some boxes. I did mine a little more lazy than what you're doing.
My way, it just takes more time, but it's free. That's what I like about it. I literally can get boxes anywhere for free and cut them up and do my thing with them.
Let's see. Ben says, "I always have trouble when I send things to New York City."
Yeah. The way the boroughs are set up, it ends up getting sorted through New Jersey, and it's always a bitch.
What's really nice is eBay's got the thing now where you can ship internationally, and you ship it to like their international hub, whatever. Which is, where is it, Brad?
Illinois.
Illinois, and then they take care of all the rest of it, getting it overseas to you for you, whatever. So that's been a nice thing. So now we can ship our shit worldwide, not just the United States.
It opens up quite a bit.
Okay, so have you guys heard of the action-packed thriller called Constipation? Yes, never came out. All right, thank you for making me read that out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Once I get paid, I ship the next day. You got to keep that 100% feedback. Yeah, I still
It
got
helps.
100% hanging on to it. I have 99%. That 1% difference didn't hurt.
No, as long as you're in the high 90s, you're gonna it'll be fine from what I understand.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started here. Now I do got to jump out of here probably about 6 o'clock, which I think we got plenty of time. This thing usually don't last no more than about 2 hours. So I got some stuff with my son. I got to help him move some stuff this afternoon. With my bad bags, that should be fun.
Yeah, of course.
Alex says, "I think Sling Blade would be a great addition to the Criterion collection." Well, I cannot believe it ain't already got a Criterion collection. That thing's screaming Criterion.
Yeah.
And it would be much more affordable for people to pick up. I think I have it on DVD, but would totally upgrade. Yeah, I do have a Blu-ray, but it's one of those older Blu-rays. It's got kind of a gold cover to it. I can see it in my mind. I just got to find it. I know I got it around here somewhere.
It's probably, yeah.
So, but as far as I know, that's the only Blu-rays I ever got. All right, let me start that, and we'll get started here. Brad, you want to go first? Or you want me to go?
That's fine.
All right. So you're going to go?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, this has got to be disappointment of the year for me. I just got this in from Tony over in the UK, the Wigan Cult Film Club. So appreciate that as I pour my energy drink into it on brand. I got this from Tony. He sent it to me. I've been waiting all year for this. I think it came out in March, but there were some other titles that were coming. I just said, hey, let's just put it in one box and ship it over. But It's the Possessor 4K from Second Sight Films. This is probably, with the Changeling 4K, probably the most disappointing 4K I've ever got from them. It's, first of all, this was supposed to be the uncut version. It's not the uncut version. And it looks murky. I don't know if the best word for it would be muddy, murky. A little bit more bonus features on this one than the previous one from Neon, but this one blows this one away. This is the release to have. This is the uncut version, and it looks a lot better than this version. Now, I don't know. I'm not a nerd. I don't know all the geeky, dorky specs and everything. All I can tell you is this one does not look as good as the previous release. The artwork's pretty good, but there's new bonus features. You get an extra interview with Brandon Cronenberg, which is like listening to a slug do math, having him talk. But for the extra bonus features, it's not worth keeping. It's going to move on. Tony sent me this. I hate to let it go just because Tony sent it to me, but this is the far superior release based on the image quality and the fact that it's uncut. And that's only an additional minute of footage between the two, but it's much more gore. It's the way the director intended it. And like I said, it really is a great looking 4K, where this one, like I said, was muddy, murky. So yeah, it pains me to say it, but this is going straight on eBay, and I'm going to be getting whatever I can get back out of this. But
you're really surprising for Second Sight.
Odd miss from Second Sight. Really, because I couldn't. When I heard this was coming to 4K for them, I thought this is going to be their best looking 4K ever. There's no way they don't kill it with us, and they messed it up. I mean, they made it look worse. I don't know how they did it, but they sure did it. So, unfortunately, this one's going.
I had the big chunky set of that one. I've already sold it. Sold it a couple days ago.
Yeah, it's sad to say it, but that's a rare miss from Second Sight.
All right, so my first one here is actually going to be 3, but it's going to count as 1. And the reason why is because this is going to be a good example of kind of what I'm doing here. I've been, as you guys know, I've been one of those guys that try to collect for a complete line. If I really enjoy a line, I try to get all of them. This is going to be Blue Underground. I had every 4K Blue Underground put out, started with Zombie and all the way through. And these were the 3 releases that came out together that kind of broke me from that. Uncle Sam almost did it, but I kind of hung on after Uncle Sam. When these 3 came out, I said, you know what? I'm done. This is one of the lines that I'm only going to get what I need now. I've sold some of the ones already that I didn't want to keep in the line, but these are the 3 here that broke the camel's back with Blue Underground.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is. It's, some kind of 70s porn. And we'll just take out the cover here. So I mean, that's what you got.
You know, Tony got those for free from Blue Underground.
Yeah, these are not movies I see Tony ever watching.
He got them for free from Blue Underground, and he said, "Listen, I'll send these back to you, but these are never going to be shown on my channel. I'm never going to open them. I don't even want to touch them."
I mean, I'm never going to watch these. I never would have bought these. When these came in, I felt bad about my life. I thought, why am I getting this shit? Look at this. And I don't know what the hell that is. Some kind of French shit, whatever. There's a bunch of naked people in the bathtub in black and white. I don't know. But like I said, as soon as these came out, when these came in, I said, you know what? I am done with Blue Underground. I'm going to get, if they put out something I'm interested in, I'm going to grab it. But other than that, I'm done. So I went through the ones I had on the shelf, the ones I've watched, the ones that I'm ever going to watch this again. I think I've sold 1 or 2 of them already, but these 3 here, they're going to be listed here soon. They're going to be out of here. So that's my first one.
And they're worth money. They do pretty well.
But I can say that there are still a couple lines that I'm kind of completionist with, you know, Shout Select the Scream Factory collector's editions, of course. But this is definitely a line that I had all of them. These ain't cheap.
No.
So this is going to save me a lot of money just kind of picking and choosing ones that come out. Because, you know, they really don't put out a lot of shit. Well, maybe 3 a year tops. And everything they put out is stuff they've already released anyway. It's just an upgrade for their catalog. But so it's very refreshing. I don't have to worry about that no more.
Let's go ahead and do 2 of a piece while we're here. Before we go to the chat, I plan on doing it anyway. But
yeah, go ahead.
This next one is Mad Men from Vinegar Syndrome. Really good looking slip on this one, but the movie just doesn't do it for me. You know, if I'm going to watch something like this, I'd rather watch something good like Hatchet or something. Basically the same kind of thing. You get this, you know, hillbilly weirdo I don't know. It's never worked for me. It's a cool release. It's worth good money. It's a 4K from Vinegar Syndrome, but I don't know. There's not a lot happens in it. It's a lot of people singing songs and fucking telling stories and shit. I'm just like, I don't know. The gore is kind of lame. I don't know if this was Savini or if it was anybody like that, but it doesn't really look very good on 4K, honestly. If I wanted to watch it again, I'd downgrade to the Blu-ray from Vinegar Syndrome, the old Blu-ray that you can get for $8 or whatever, and just move on from there. But yeah, it's like I said, a lot of these are going to be downgrades. It's going to be just, had it. This was, I believe, a Valentine's flash sale from Vinegar Syndrome, and I saw it. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm getting that, type of thing. And it probably goes for at least what I paid, maybe more at this point, but we'll see. But yeah, just another downgrade that's going to be moving on.
All right, my next one here is an upgrade, and this upgrade kind of pisses me off because this release came out not that long ago. This is the Blu-ray of Kickboxer that I think Blu-ray, exclusive. I think came out less than a year ago. I think it is. Really nice looking steelbook. I love the steelbook. I had to grab it. Big fan of this movie. But they just put out Lionsgate just put out a 4K of it with an even better lenticular. Look at that slipcover. So pretty badass.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
And plus, it's a 4K, another great looking steelbook. So it's one I was definitely going to upgrade. And this one here is actually a 3-disc set. You get the 4K of the what is it? They have the international cut on Blu-ray, and they have the 35th anniversary. I guess just a standard release of it on 4K and Blu-ray. So it's a 3-disc set. But this is a great release. Again, this is one that I feel like I never have to buy again. I mean, you're not gonna get much better than that for what I need for this movie here. And it's a 4K. This Blu-ray here. This is one of those things. This is an example of the studios kind of fucking us. They had to know this 4K was coming out at some point. They should have never put this out. So, like I said, I grabbed this. I probably should have waited. Anytime you buy a Blu-ray, you're running the risk of it getting an upgrade to 4K at some point.
You're buying any new Blu-ray now. You're playing Russian roulette 6 bullets.
It happens to all of us, but like I said, this Blu-ray here, I'm sure it's going to probably sell for probably not much to anything, but I don't need it in my collection. So somebody out there that don't give a shit about 4K, this would be a good addition to their collection. So I'm going to get rid of it. And that's my next one.
I'm sure the chat is just going nuts at 4 p.m. on a Friday.
Oh, I'm sure. Chris, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, man?
Chris and Chubbs, how you doing, man?
What's up, Chubbs?
And
we are calling. Let's go. Round 2.
All right. Bring you back up there.
Unfortunately, this is another one I got from Tony. I hadn't seen it in years, and I thought about, I watched it again, and I thought about keeping it. But this is from maybe last year. He sent me this, but it's the standard edition of May from Second Sight. I'm not an emo girl or a depressed young man listening to Depeche Mode or whatever. Breaking Benjamin Tool, but that's who this is for. This is a weird movie, and it does have its charms, but it's one of those movies where it's like I do like it and it is good, but it's like a Donnie Darko for broads, kind of almost. Am I ever going to watch this again? This is why this ended up in the sale pile. I literally just held this up and thought, oh, May, and I almost put it over in the keep pile, and I'm like, am I really ever going to watch May again? I do like it. It is interesting, but as far as the crazy broad genre goes, I got several in that category, and this one, it just didn't make the cut for whatever reason. This is a movie about a girl who's she's really awkward and weird, and she has trouble, maintaining or getting relationships whatsoever, and she's obsessed with this guy's hands, and she ends up killing him and turning him into some sort of man doll. It all sounds tremendous, but it's time for it to go. It's time for it to go to some other alternative loser with slashes on his wrist that needs this to get through the day. So this one's going to move on, and like I said, loaded release, good looking release. It just, like I said, for whatever reason, this one did not make the cut for me. And while we're here, this Demonia set I got. I think I bought this from Dirk. He got 2 of them in by mistake. Got it real cheap. Never opened it. Demonia is a very weak Lucio Fulci movie, but there was a time where I kind of wanted to get all the Fulci movies just because, I don't know why, but I did. It's a really cool set. It's a big giant digipack that folds out into a cross. It's like nunsploitation kind of thing. If you watch this movie, it's not great by any means. It doesn't make a damn bit of sense. Weird. Fulci, he must have been on fucking drugs or lewds or something when he made this, but I know that I'm never going to watch it. So I'm just going to keep it sealed and moving on down the fucking road.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get past this next part. This is what I've been dreading. This next one is going to be one, but it's 5 releases.
Five releases of Jaws.
No, I'll never get rid of my releases of Jaws. But I will get rid of my pink box of Showgirls.
Oh, the
Umbrella.
What was that line called?
Umbrella came out with a line called Sensual Cinema. And these cool little pink slips.
Mm-hmm.
And this is before, of course, the 4K came out from Vinegar Syndrome. Release.
Which you also have.
Yeah, I do have that. So I definitely need 2 copies of Showgirls. So this one here was a no-brainer. But I was going through the rest of these. There's 5 that's been released in this line. And of course, my dumb ass grabbed all 5 of them. And I'm just going to show them real fast. I don't have a whole lot to say about them. I haven't watched these, and I have no interest in watching these. I have watched Showgirls. But in the realm of Senses and Empire of Passion. So use your imagination. So, not much on the inside, more than what you see on the outside. Yeah, but these are not movies that I give a shit about. I don't know why I bought these. I seen the cool pink slips. Ought to be a cool line to get.
Free shipping, buy it all.
I bought them. They came in. It was instant regret. Now this one here does have the Category 3 logo on it.
It's a Cat 3.
Yeah, but
not for the good reason. Cat 3.
Yeah. Now this one here I know does have a following. It's not really made for me, but Blue of the War. I've heard of this movie at least.
Yeah.
So I know there are fans of that one. This one I've never even opened, but you get a bonus soundtrack. I guess Bilitis, whatever the hell that is.
Now, when you sell those, are you gonna lot them all together?
Probably so. I'll probably
will. Do it.
Because you got the full
complete line, right?
One's unopened. I probably will.
That's a complete line. That's all of them, isn't it?
Yeah, there's only been 5. I guess they backed away because they haven't released one this year. These all came out at one time, and they haven't released any more of them. I don't know if they canceled it or what. And they're numbered 1 through 5 on the spine
for $100.
So, yeah, they're definitely going up, and I'll be glad to get these out of the collection because everybody has ordered something, got it in, had instant regret. And this was 100% instant regret when it came out.
Showgirls is probably number 1 in the line. And, that movie, as much shit as I give it, and it is a piece of trash. And Paul Verhoeven was just coked out of his mind, and his producer was coked out of his mind, and the actors were coked out of their mind. And it was he just had fun doing it. He spent all that time in Vegas and it was just a big vacation for him. And people namely dumbass foreigners, champion it like it's making fun of the U.S. film industry, which that they ape at every turn. They wish that they had this film industry over here. That's one thing America's known for is film. It's not that. Paul Verhoeven has said it's not a satire on American films. It's me being a drug fucking mess and having the time of my life making it. So if you look at it from that angle and the unintentional comedy that is in it, I can see having a copy. I had a copy forever. I had that same pink one, and it's in the sale pile somewhere. But it is hilarious if you don't take it at all serious because it is the worst acting. Everybody's fucked up on drugs. Yeah. I mean, the director's on coke going, yeah, that was great. Everything, yeah, that was awesome. Do more. Spin your hair around in the pool. Just
have a seizure. Have a seizure.
Have a seizure. Yeah.
This next one here is I already had a copy of these from Scream Factory. I got this because I was getting all the 101 black labels. It's another line I'm also not collecting anymore. If one comes out that I want that I don't have, the problem is with the 101 black labels is that they started releasing a bunch of stuff that I already had copies of. So I was trying to get all the 101 black labels, but most of them were going to be double dips, and I was trying to get out of the double dip game. And this is a great looking release. I'm sure somebody's going to love to pick this up. But this is the Alligator Alligator 1 and 2 set. I mean, great looking release, nice hard box. If you don't own these movies, man, this is probably the coolest way to own them. You know, 101 Black Label is a great line. I mean, you get the transfers are always pretty solid. So they do a real good job with their releases. And you get the cool book and everything. But like I said, I decided to get out of the 101 Black Label because about half of what they put out, I already had releases from somebody else, whether it was Arrow, whether it was Scream Factory or whatever. So yeah, this one here had to go. Taking up space on the shelf, didn't need it. I already had both these movies from Scream Factory. It's kind of a no-brainer, but I sure hate to get rid of it because I love this artwork. But I feel like this one here will probably sell pretty well.
You're not going to get rid of the Scream Factory 4K. That's just not happening. So
the Alligator is a collector's edition. I'm never getting rid of those. So yeah, that one had to go. That one did not make the cut. So, and it was one of those ones where it's like I don't really need this, but I was still getting all the 101 Black Labels. I got it in. As soon as I got it in, I was kind of like, I think I probably need to back away from this line.
Yeah,
you know, the class of 1984, the New Kids. I have those on other releases. So
everybody's got a breaking point.
What's that?
Everybody's got a breaking point.
Yeah, and it's going to save me a lot of money, save me a lot of shelf space. So many reasons. Okay, man said didn't like the joke. Yeah, man, like the joke. It's a good one. Keep them coming. Chris liked it. Alan says, yeah, exactly. It's good. It's a good one, but one and done for me. You know? Yeah.
When am I ever going to watch that again? You know, unless I don't know, became fucking straight up, you know, cut my wrists and black my eyes, fucking email. I don't see myself ever going back to it.
I got the big chunky box set of that same release. It's still sitting on the shelf, but like I said, I'll probably do a second run through when I get done.
It really isn't the quality of the movie. I mean, I do think it's good.
I enjoyed the movie, but like I said again, once I get down to the final straw, whatever, am I going to ever watch it again?
Yeah.
So the first run was just everything I hadn't watched yet that I wanted to watch to see if I was going to get rid of or not. And of course, she has some double dips I got rid of too. So,
and if it didn't sell, it wouldn't kill me to put it back in the fucking cheap tape.
And Training saying damn over the Demonia set. If Fulci, as always, disavowed Demonia.
Yeah, this doesn't work that well.
I do like the film for what it is. Training says Pops was the pink. Yeah. What's up, Jamie?
Hey, Jamie.
Hope you had a good Christmas as well. Jamie, are you following me, Caveman ass? Absolutely. Showgirls is such a fun time. I don't take it seriously. That's the best way to watch it. You know, no doubt.
Soap opera quality.
Okay, man. So spin your hair around and around with a toilet twirly. Poor Kyle McLaughlin tweaked his back during the pool scene.
I bet he did. I bet he tweaked everything in that scene.
Chris, take care all. Enjoy the weekend and Happy New Year. Same to you, buddy. All right. Have you guys heard of the action-packed thriller called? You know, he already threw the joke out there again. Everybody leave it up so everybody can see it. All right. Get that off the screen here. We'll move on.
Listen, I'll do two here. Another movie that's not the quality by any means. I love this movie, Maniac. This is the lenticular. You can see what's the lenticular about this one. Maniac Blu-ray, even though it says 4K. It's a 4K restoration, but it's a Blu-ray 3-disc limited edition from Blue Underground. There's a 4K out now, and this goes for more than the 4K, so I'm going to move this one on down the road and buy the 4K. I'm a big fan of this movie. I think it does take place. I think it's a Christmas movie. Actually, it does take place around Christmas. Good winter, horror. I think it's Tom Savini. It's Tom Savini effects. It's just a serial killer that's going crazy and has serious mommy issues, and he's obsessed with prostitutes and scalping them. I mean, sure, it's been done before, but no, it's a great one. Like I said, this is not the quality of the movie. It's just time to upgrade. I want to see the 4K, and why pay for it? Why have a second release when this can pay for the new 4K and then some? So I'm going to move this one on down the road. This is this is a double, but it's the same thing. Babysitter 1 and 2 Blu-ray. These are bootlegs from Stinky Tuna. I streamed these again, or I streamed the first one again. I'm just like, I don't even know why I bought it. They're okay. They're not great. They're not terrible. But they go for a premium on eBay, so I'm gonna move them on down there. These are Netflix authorized bootlegs from a great company, Stinky Tuna. But they're still sealed. I haven't even opened them to rewatch them again. I've streamed this one again to kind of give it another chance. It kind of feels like PG-13 for some reason to me, kind of like kid humor almost. I don't know. It just didn't work for me this last time through. So it's time for me to move them on down the road. And I think they go for quite a bit on eBay. So glad to get these out of the collection. I don't know that I've even seen the second one, but after watching the first one, just looking at that cover, I'm like, I think I'm good. I think I'm good to just let these go.
When you list those on eBay, do you have to state that they're bootlegs?
You put that they're MOD, or like you put they have barcodes, so they do sell on eBay.
Okay.
Whether it's legal or not, I don't know, but they do sell on eBay.
Well, the brand goes away for 2 to 5. We know.
Yeah. I didn't manufacture them, sir.
All right, so I was very excited when this first season came out, and after the first season, I couldn't give less of a shit about it. There's no reason for me to just have the first season on physical media. I can always go watch it on streaming if I ever want to. Really cool looking release though. That's gonna be season 1 of Chucky. The first season I had a good time with. After that, it got Tilly-fied too bad.
I heard the show kind of falls apart.
Yeah, as I watched about 3 episodes of the second season and I gave up on it. But yeah, this is a great looking release, man. So I shouldn't have any problem selling this. You got the art cards, you got a nice little movie inside. But yeah, Chucky season 1. I thought I kind of went all in with this first season, and it just fell apart for me. No reason to have this in the collection anymore, so I'm going to get rid of that one. And this other one here is probably I lose about 25 subscribers, but I've already talked about this before. And get rid of Tenebrae. I try to be one of the cool kids and get into these movies, the Argento stuff. They don't do nothing for me really. This is probably the one I enjoy the most of his, but I don't need this big set of it. If I ever want to get it again, I can get a cheaper version of it.
Yeah.
So this is definitely leaving the collection. I know there's a lot of fans of this movie out there, a lot of Argento fans out there that's probably going, "What the fuck? I missed out on that one, you son of a bitch! You got it, you're gonna sell it." But
come buy it.
Ask me for my link to my eBay page. It'll be for sale. So, but yeah, that's what I got. And the next few ones I'm gonna talk about probably ain't gonna win me any favors either.
Well, I mean, I sold my Dawn of the Dead 4K, the standard edition set from Second Sight, and I was getting messages from people about it going, "Hey, what's wrong with it? Why would you get rid of it? Why are you getting rid of it?" I'm like, "There's nothing wrong with it. It's in perfect condition." "Yeah, well, why would you sell it?" I'm like, "I don't like the movie, man." What? That's impossible. I'm like, "No, it's very possible, man. I just realized that I do not like that fucking movie, and I don't care who gets their little feelings hurt. The Dawn of the Dead, the original, sucks, and I don't. I get it if you saw it when you were a little kid, because the moron acts like a little kid that gets himself bit." And that's what a little kid would do. Like, "Oh man, he goes into the watch store. He wants to steal watches, and he's running around doing all this goofy shit." But as an adult, I'm like, nope, that black guy would have shot him in the back of the head. You're gonna get us all killed running around being a fucking idiot. I mean, I don't know. I just don't like that movie. And I honestly, I'd like to campaign in some way for people to actually rewatch it. Have they seen it this decade and tell me that they enjoyed it? If you put the Benny Hill soundtrack over the original Dawn of the Dead, it would go. It would fit with it. People fucking running around doing all this dumb shit. The way they make the zombies chase them and stuff. I don't know. It was time for me to get that the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I saw my big nice set also. I did get the more basic edition, the blank box. I did grab that one. I do like the movie. I understand completely where you're coming from. The reason why I don't like the part about the movie that bothers me is what you're talking about. But there is enough of that movie. I will go back and rewatch it once every.
There are zombies. They're pieing zombies in the face.
Yeah.
And
It
fucking,
is pretty cool.
I mean, what
I
are we
will step over that movie every day of the week to watch the remake.
doing? Yeah, and that's
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 that
shameful. But I'm the exact same way.
All right. Movie owner says no caveman, but I've seen the forum release of it's called Diarrhea. It's still running. You guys got all kind of jokes out there. James says Maniac, good wholesome family fun.
Yeah, I like a horror movie that starts on the beach in the winter. You know, like what was that one in Potter's Bluff, Maine? Buried Alive or Dead and Buried.
Oh yeah, I just watched that.
It starts on a beach in the middle of winter in Maine, and people are taking their clothes off. And then this one is like people making out on the beach in the middle of winter in New York.
Right.
And they just out of nowhere, this giant guy comes up and just kills them both. You know, it's like you didn't see him fucking coming, like just walking up on you. I don't know, man. I really enjoyed Maniac.
What's going on, Tiana?
Yeah.
Everybody saying hey to Tiana. Steve Martin, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, man?
My youngest son Adam, what's going on, buddy? How's it going, guys? I'll be driving, but I'm working harder than Michael in the bushes. Be careful driving. Don't be texting and driving. Don't be watching streaming and driving. Just listen to us.
Okay, Dad. Literally.
James said that Chucky slipcover is awesome. Yeah, it really is.
They made
really
nice
is.
sets for those series.
Yeah.
They really did.
That's a UK release of that. James, I agree with you, Brad. I'd rather watch the remake of Dawn of the Dead any day over the OG. Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Or Day. I'd rather watch Day of the Dead, or any number of 28 Days Later. But a lot of zombie movies I'd pick up over that.
Caveman said, I've not heard that name for a while now. Benny Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's move right along, y'all.
All right. This one, man, I bought this release. I'd never seen it. I'm very, very excited to get it in. So I take it out of the protector here. And I don't know if I mentioned this on the last one or not, but oh well if I did. It's the RoboDoc. Did I mention this on the last stream? I don't think so. Another documentary I know I mentioned, King on Screen, but the RoboDoc, the creation of RoboCop. This is a 4-hour documentary on the making of RoboCop. It's a cool looking steelbook. It was kind of hard to get. But the problem with it is, for me, is it becomes a political documentary. They went too far into the social injustice, feminism piece that they believe this movie is. Maybe there is a little social commentary on the 80s and Reaganomics and blah, 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 and the shithole that Detroit has always been. But Peter Weller just rambles on and on about BLM trash and a bunch of bullshit that doesn't have anything to do with the movie itself. And Nancy, whatever her name, same thing. And then the writers are now chiming in going, oh yeah, that's what we meant the whole time, even though this stuff wasn't even a thing back then. But yeah, we were just really ahead of our time. And I don't know, that really takes it out, but there's some good stuff in it. The actor who plays Clarence Bodiger, anytime he's involved, he's great. Paul Verhoeven says, you know, what his intentions were. He doesn't say anything about any of the woke bullshit that people thought this was. The actors are now trying to attach to this. But the actor who plays Clarence Bodiger, his stuff is the best. And then, of course, you know, some of the effects, the Making Ed 209, some of that stuff is cool. But 4 hours, about 2 hours of it is political, woke, PC bullshit. And I'm happy to get rid of it, frankly. I have the 4K from Arrow. Whatever bonus features are on that, it's good enough for me. But I'm going to be moving this on down the fucking road. But it's really too bad because it is such a cool-looking steelbook. But it's time for this one to fucking go. Let's put it back in its little case here. Keep it nice and fresh for the next guy. This is an obvious one. I don't really need to even go further. I broke up that set the second I got it in, and I sold off part 6 and part 6. I kept H2O. So the only ones I kept were 1, 2, and H2O. I got rid of the rest. Obviously, I kept the Rob Zombie movies. They're offshoot of it, but the rest had to go. And they all sold for a premium. This will probably, I'll have to give it away to get rid of it. I'm sure this is even though it does have the box, probably the worst. I mean, maybe the David Gordon Green movies are worse, but they're maybe on the same plane, that same shitty plane.
I went just the opposite route.
Yeah.
I got a special made box to hold all my shit in.
Yeah, keep them. But yeah, I'm looking to move this one on. If anybody's missing Resurrection and they have to have the hard box, please let me know. I would be happy to send this out at a very reasonable price. But yeah, not gonna stay.
All right, let's go ahead and get these out of the way. It's kind of the same thing as the of the Tenebrae. Deep Red.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. But I mean, I don't believe this release. If I ever need it again, I can get a cheaper release of it. I'm not a huge fan of this. Again, I'm just not a big Argento guy. I know there's a big fan out there, a big fan base out there, and I understand why. But it's just they don't really do much for me. So I already sold Cat of Nine Tails. This one here is up for sale now, but nobody's bought it yet. But and the next one here is I know this is probably his. I'm pretty sure this is his most popular one. And this is one that I did enjoy, but I don't see myself going back to watch it very much. It is a weird one.
With the murder monkey.
Yeah, like I said, it's got its parts and it's got its charms. But and those guys that love the colors, it's the big one on that. So great looking release, man. I mean, like I said, anybody that missed out on this back in the day, I'm sure will be glad to pick it up. So yeah, it's gonna leave the collection because I mean I just don't really need it. It's not one that's really it's not really made for me. Argento is not really made for me. So,
she's talking to bugs and things. She has her pet. A fly leads her to the killer. Enough said.
So yeah, that's it's gonna get out of here though. Really nice release though of that movie. All right. Caveman said, as a youngster, late at night, the 3 local channels would go off the air about 1, getting to watch Benny Hill on a very fuzzy snow UHF neighboring town station. I remember those days. James, I'll take Resurrection off your hand, Brad. I love that stupid movie.
Yeah, reach out to me. I'll give you a really good price.
Illuminated Pro, what's going on? Just tuning in. These Christmas gifts? No, just stuff we had in our collection. We're trying to thin down a little bit. Cal said, what's up, fellas? Merry Christmas. Look, Cal. Same to you.
Remember the reason for the season, guys. Remember to say happy birthday to Santa Claus.
The same to you, buddy. Appreciate you stopping by. Stuff going on eBay. Yep. Like I said, we just got too much shit. Get rid of double dips, movies we're not going to watch anymore. Just clearing out the collection a little bit. Hey, back and forth. Trying not to miss anybody here. I ain't got my normal amount of alcohol I usually got during these streams.
Yeah.
Kevin says a phenomenon reminds me of the Singing Muppets.
All right.
Cal says Resurrection not that bad. Where's your?
Oh, it's that bad. It's that bad, and I don't do completionist stuff.
My completionist spirit is what got me in this situation, and that's what I'm trying to back up. So my completionist spirit has got me to buy a lot of movies I did not fucking need to buy. So,
when I'm comparing it to the David Gordon Green movies, I hate those movies. So to put it in that ballpark, that's pretty bad.
Yeah. I kind of went over 10 here a little bit. I got 5 more. So
I got 2 more here.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and knock these out of the way so I can go ahead and sell them.
Mine are already listed, but
yeah, some of these are already listed as well.
Another movie I've always I liked it when I was a little kid. As a grown man, I don't really. Again, it feels very emo. Black my eyes and cut my wrists. Fade to Black from Vinegar Syndrome. I don't remember which variant this is, but it's open, but it's in good shape. But it's time for it to go. I mean, like I said, these rewatched it, just didn't hold up for me. And like I said, this character I can't identify with at all. This is like, I don't know. I don't even like. There's nobody to even compare. I mean, it's just like the most pathetic creature ever who has a mental break and goes nuts. And then I believe he either gets shot at the end or kills himself. He either jumps off the roof. I think he jumps off or gets shot and falls off the roof of a building. But interesting movie. Just like I said, the nostalgia did not hold up for me. It's not something I ever plan on watching again. It's just a little too dorky and a little too pathetic for me. But if you like it, that's great. A lot of women like this. It's kind of a girl movie. But yeah, just like I said, good shape. It'll probably sell pretty quick. This is a huge fan base.
Yeah, Johnny's a diehard fan of that movie.
There's no 4K yet, which is interesting. But with the slip and everything, this is a movie I really like, and I think this release is excellent. I think it's the best Vinegar Syndrome release ever. But there are new releases of this coming, and this thing's worth like $100, so it's going to move on for me. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 limited edition from Vinegar Syndrome. This is it's a fun movie. It's kind of like an alternative, version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's so different and weird. But Turbine's got a 4K of this coming out. The standard edition may come back in print from Vinegar Syndrome. I'd just as soon get that at a much cheaper price because I don't need the cool box and the slip and all that. So this is just going to be a downgrade. Again, this is not a strength of the movie issue. I've always enjoyed Toby Hooper, explaining that the kids accidentally cut their head off with a chainsaw going 90 miles an hour. Speech and all his crazy shit, him testing the chainsaws and all that stuff. But it's a fun one. Good is a strong word, but it's definitely a fun one. And this is a great release, great features on it. Really well done for Vinegar Syndrome. But if I can get the standard edition if this goes for 100, I can get the standard edition for 18, 17. I'm more than happy to have that. So time for it to move on.
Oh, I throw something real fast. Brad just basically called me a lady. I guess he's a fan of Fade to Black.
Well, I mean, you're not very effeminate as far. We got plenty of effeminate guys in this community. Trini's not one of them. They're a real man. But the nostalgia, I think, people get a little carried away with that. This nostalgia shit. It's like, yeah, I mean, I liked this movie when I was a little kid. I'm not a fucking little kid anymore, man. I mean, it was cool back then. Now he's just he's our age. This is a grown man, he's living with his abusive mother and trying to take out some fucking skank, and it's just not working out, and he's suicidal and he goes fucking crazy. It's just like, how is that anything? When you're a little kid, you don't realize the realities of what's happening. It's different today than it was when, you're 10 years old watching this. At least for me, I see it differently.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to run through these last 5 I got real fast. This was another one of the Black Label 101 films. And I know there's a fan base for this, whatever, but I asked myself the other day, and I did throw it in for a few minutes, for about 10 minutes, and took it out. And that's Howard the fucking Duck. I know there's a fan base for this. It's goofy as hell. I don't need this fucking movie. I'm never going to watch it. I mean, do I really need a copy of fucking Howard the Duck? And if I do, I can get one, probably pretty cheap. This one here is cheap too. It's one of the print. I think the box might be out of print, maybe, but you can still get the release of it, which is like I said, if you're a fan of the movie, it's a great release, probably the best out there. But I'm not really a fan of the movie.
You get a 4K of that movie for $8.
Yeah,
if you want to see it again.
This is the only collection only one I have of Howard the Duck in my collection. I really don't need it, so it's gone. This one here, I just got rid of my my Scream Factory edition of it twice. I sold the lenticular. I got it. I felt bad about it. I got it back with the new cover they put out. I ended up selling that one as well. And I have the 101 as well. This is still sealed of Tammy the T-Rex.
2 streams in a row. You getting rid of a copy of Tammy the T-Rex.
This is my last copy of Tammy the T-Rex, and I don't need this in my collection.
Somewhere Sasha's just clutching his chest going, why? Why would you do that, sir?
The movie's got its charms. It is, but I mean, I'm never going to go back and watch this again. It was a good one-time watch for me. I don't remember if I said this one on the last stream or not, but this one deserves to be talked about on 2 streams of Get the Fuck Out of Here. Worst movie ever made, L.A. Ace Jabber.
Oh, God, it's bad.
This is by far the worst movie in my collection.
It's so bad. I've watched
stickers, but this is a unwatchable fucking movie. It's real bad. It's real bad. And
Zero charms.
But yeah, LAA's Jabber is and they're I mean, this is Visual Vengeance. It's kind of known to have shitty movies, but this is the shittiest of the shitty when it comes to Visual Vengeance. This is the one that is unwatchable. The rest of them you can get some kind of fun out of. This one here was actually one that was recommended to me by Brian Goes Blue, and I did enjoy this movie, but I got so many other movies of this genre that I would watch before this one again, and I don't see myself really going back for this one. But that's Secret Admirer. I did enjoy the movie. It's got a great cast, but it's just like I said, there's so many movies like this that I would go back and watch before this one, and it's got one of my favorite actors, Fred Ward, in it as well. So yeah, this is a fun one, but it's gonna have to leave the collection. I decided not to keep it. I kind of went back and forth a little bit, but after I watched it, I said, I'm never gonna go back and watch that again. If I do, it'll be 10 years. But it's gotta get off the shelf. This last one here is one of my still books, really nice still book, but this movie is fucking atrocious, and I'm sure most of y'all probably agree with that. And it's Moonfall.
I heard not great things.
It is absolutely unwatchable. It's so bad.
And it's a disaster movie, right?
Yeah, it's a disaster movie, man. When I seen the trailer for this, I was all about it. And great looking steelbook. It was sitting on the shelf. I just like, why didn't I sell this back when I first watched it? But no, I stuck it on the shelf because it was a cool steelbook. I will never watch this again. I guarantee you. So hopefully there is a fan out there that wants to buy it. If they do, it's going to be on my store. It's going to be out of here. So
It'll get shipped straight to Asia.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, Moonfall, man, it should have been a good one, at least watchable. It just wasn't good at all, in my opinion. All right, Kalos, a nice slip on that fade, yeah.
It's a nice one.
I think I still got that one on the shelf. I'll have to check. James, I wish I had the faded black slip. Mine arrived nude. How embarrassing!
Yeah, that's terrible.
Everybody laughing at Jamie. Trey says Brad basically just called me a lady. Yeah, we just looked at that one. Kalos, a spring cleaning. I've heard, but New Year's cleaning.
This has been going on for months at this point.
Yeah, it's been going about a month for me. Trinity lights fade to black. How skanky. Limited Pro says, what's the most you've got for a movie on eBay or in store?
150, maybe 200, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I know I sold that Jurassic Park set for $99, which is that was pretty common what it was going for. It's a pretty nice set. I'd have to look. Maybe that Jurassic Park set for me.
I think it was. I want to say it was. All the color or what? Gray flies on something. Flies on gray velvet or whatever.
Gray velvet.
I think that was 150. I think Maniac 2 from Severn was 150. Mothman Prophecies imprint limited edition was 150. I mean, I want to say I've sold something for 200 before, but
yeah. Well, James says Howard the Duck needs to go. I'm all for that.
Get it out of here.
Callis, who's never seen Howard the Duck.
Let's keep it that way.
Goonies is my top 3 favorite movies.
Goonies makes, looks like fucking Citizen Kane by comparison to Crybaby Emo Boy Film Dork movie, whatever it was called.
It's awful, funny in a way, but still just terrible. Daffy always said, y'all hate on the Ducks. Well, I guess people like Mighty Ducks. It's surprising when these extreme cult movies get these nice restoration releases. Not necessarily a bad thing. I just don't know where
nostalgia.
The demand is.
The demand is nostalgia. That's what it is, and it works. And listen, hey, I'm happy for these guys. It's just not for me. Yeah. There are very few movies that I could say that I have nostalgia for, but that alone is not enough to keep the movie for me. It's got to have some sort of quality on top of that for me. Like a movie like Basket Case. I just think that story is, great. I really enjoy the guerrilla, cheap, broke down filmmaking of it. On top of, I still think it's hilarious. So I do have some nostalgia for it, but it worked for me as a kid, seeing a puppet do all this retarded stuff. and it works for me as an adult with all the crazy gore and the comedy, you know. So if it doesn't hold up, it's got to go for me. That's the way it is.
Yep. Like, if you're not gonna watch it, why keep it? That's what it boils down to.
This is not a fucking museum. You know, it's not this is not the history of film here. You know, these are movies I want to watch. And if I don't see myself watching it within the next 5 or 10 years, then it's got to go. And listen, at the end of the day, if I wanted to get another version of it down the line, I may not be able to get that version again, but I'll get some version of it if I wanted to be able to get it. Either whether it's a DVD or whatever.
All right. Movie Hunter says, in most cases, they are selling the packaging more than the film. Absolutely.
In a lot of cases, yeah.
Yep. Bob says, L.A. Ace Jabber is maybe the worst title I've ever heard, parentheses, voice to text, parentheses. Okay.
See, yeah, he's not texting.
He's talking to his phone and yesterday,
so he says.
I will allow that one, Adam.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, what's going on? This is, watched Nosferatu a couple days ago. I enjoyed it.
Cool.
Yes, I haven't seen it yet. You got 150 for Mothman Prophecy? Holy moly.
Yeah, and I think you could have gone for a little more than that, honestly. Imprint people are sick. They have to have the limited edition, and they have to all be in order, and you know, present company excluded. I mean, they have real problems, and they will pay up if they don't have the release, and they can't get it anywhere else.
Yeah, and it's weird. One will go for $30, you know, and
some can't even hardly sell.
The slip's also gone, and other ones will go for, like you said, the $150. But I didn't get much out of my Mothman Prophecies, but it still went for a pretty penny.
The Gambler, James Caan, it went for like $15.
Yeah.
But, you know, it just doesn't matter, you know, or it does matter. It matters greatly if how long it's been gone, what condition. Mine was still sealed, so I think that's what brought the premium for it. These people are crazy, but hey, they were happy. I'm happy.
Trey says over $400 for a steelbook and over $500 for a box set.
There's stuff that can get up there.
Yeah. Magic Hands, what's going on?
Come on, man.
Steve says, hey, Egan, and saying hey to everybody. My favorite Robert Eggers since The Witch.
Yeah, it didn't work for me. I was hoping for The Witch, the vampire version, basically. And it wasn't that. The first act of the movie, I was all in. The first act of the movie, I'm watching it going, this may be the best vampire movie ever. And then it slowly fell apart for me. But hey, watch it for yourself. Maybe you'll like it.
Also, the opinions and tastes change. Sometimes you might like it later.
Yeah. Do I seem like a real progressive guy to you?
Yeah, I have movies on my shelves for over 8 years still sealed. I think it's time to part ways.
Move them on down the road, Trini. Yep. Get your money.
8 years. I got some that are over 12 years. Yeah.
Yeah. You just need to sell your whole collection, Cal.
So, but yeah, guys, these episodes are usually pretty short and sweet. And we're a little over an hour here. Some are going to be a little bit longer than that. We got more to talk about, but we just want to get on here and knock another episode out and show some more of these titles off. Well, we had a chance to do it. Just busy time of year. You know, Christmas, New Year's is always hard to get on here.
Busy time of year, motherfucker. There is no not busy time of year for this guy over here. I don't care what time of year it is. There's always something going on, and that's why we're doing this at 4 p.m, because getting Alan on the stream is like getting the president at this point. You know, it's just not. I mean, we could dig up fucking Jimmy Carter and get him on here sooner than we can get Alan sometimes. So. But we do have something coming up on the 3rd. The best, the favorite releases of the top 5 favorite releases of 2024. It'll be me, Alan, Tony, Basement Blues. UK Tony can't make it, so probably going to be Chuck, Steve, Craig, and Tommy are both going to be there. Going to be a bunch of guys, and it's going to be a good time. It's always a good, fun stream at the end of the year that we do.
Yeah.
So look for that on the 3rd at 10 p.m.
Yeah, that'd be a good one, man. I'm still working on coming up with my 5. There's been a lot of great releases this year, so getting them down to 5 is and it's not easy. And to me, it's going to be packaging. It's going to be the movie. It's going to be the features. It's going to be a big part of it.
Yeah. I mean, it all kind of goes into that formula to, for your favorites. This I was sure was going to be near the top. I was like, there's no way Second Sight didn't knock this out of the park, and the new features and blah, blah, blah. And it's in my for sale pile. It's getting the fuck out of here. So that made me start my whole fucking life over and redo my whole list. So it should be a fun one. See what everybody's picks are.
Yeah.
That man, it's 24/7 with him. He's always doing something, or he's just coming back from something or whatever. I don't know if he's ever home.
Yeah, it's kind of what it feels like. You think at some point.
You'd slow down a little bit.
Okay, include old films.
Grandbabies start coming.
Okay. What's that?
Wait till them grandbabies start coming.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, as it pops off, shaking hands and kissing grandbabies.
Yeah, and that's good. It's a good thing. Like I say, we talk about this all the time, but it's like if we can't do it, we won't do it. We'll do it later. It's not like we're oh my god, let's get this thing done just in time because it's got to be out on a Thursday or it's got to be out on Wednesday by 4 p.m. or it won't get the algorithm. We don't care. If we can do it, we can do it. If it sounds fun, we'll do it.
Yeah, I moved way past that. It says candlelight dinners, cows pay the power bill already. If there is fighting going on, I want none of it. I love everyone, even if everyone don't love me back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
Yeah. Riverman, what's going on?
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, Riverman. But it's good to see you. Hopefully you're there for the top 5 releases. I know it's like a weird time for you, but set your calendars.
All right, in your best of 2024 releases, are you going to include older movies that was just released 24? Yeah, anything that was got a physical media release in 2024's.
Just like we've done the last 3 years or whatever, guy. It's whatever came out this year as far as releases, whether it's a new movie or an old movie.
Yeah. Yeah, the pay to read chats blows my mind.
That's sad.
Blows my mind. All right, guys, we're going to get on of here. Thanks for everybody stopping by. What's up, Russell?
What's going on, man?
All right, guys. Happy New Year, everybody. Everybody be safe. We will see you back. If not before, we will see you on the 3rd for the top 5 releases of the year. Thank y'all for joining us this afternoon. Kind of a random last minute, advertised a minute before we went live. 28 people out there, love it.
Appreciate it.
So, guys, y'all be good. We'll see y'all next time. And
tell your extra finals. Pay your bills.